Hi everybody, welcome back to the Reality of Non Duality with Burt and Suzy. Today we're going to answer some questions that were written to us by Ebru. Burt, I'm going to read you these questions and then you're going to answer. The first question is, do you ever have to make a choice in daily life?
Yes.
The second question is,
Okay, beautiful.
and how does intuition come in? Do you just live and be in the inner glow, knowing that if there was something you should be aware of, your intuition would signal? And the last question is, what changed when you experienced this truth?
Yeah. You know what I loved about this letter? And I'm quite excited about it to answer to you, Ibru. Is because I remember a time when I asked the very same thing and I wrote a book about it. And it was actually an article and then a book resulted from it. It's called The Four Unknown Facts of Reality. And when I looked at your letter, I felt that I just had to tell you the following. It changed my life and brought many realizations. In fact, through the process, which became, we call it forgiveness. The very act of forgiveness answers those four questions. So those four questions brought me into how to forgive, and then get the feeling, the joy inside that transforms. And so this is what I want to share with you. And incidentally, just a while ago, I was reading the book,
A Course in Miracles.
Course in Miracles, and on pages.
It's lesson 62 in the workbook.
Yeah, lesson 62 in the workbook. And it says that forgiveness is my function as the light of the world. And I remember reading this years ago, and it stayed with us, right? And it brought a lot of transformations. It is your forgiveness that will bring the world of darkness to the light. It is your forgiveness that lets you recognize the light in which you see. I could keep on reading this, but the print is so small and I am blind, so I can only...
I can read it if you want to keep going, honey. Want me to read the next paragraph or so?
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Forgiveness is the demonstration that you are the light of the world. Through forgiveness, does the truth about yourself return to your memory. Therefore, in your forgiveness lies salvation. Illusions about yourself and the world are one. That is why forgiveness is a gift to yourself. Your goal is to find out who you are, having denied your identity by attacking creation and its creator. Now you are learning how to remember the truth, for this attack must be replaced by forgiveness, so that thoughts of life may replace thoughts of death. Remember that in every attack you call upon your own weakness, while each time you forgive, you call upon the strength of Christ in you. It will remove do you not then begin to understand what forgiveness will do for you? It will remove all sense of weakness, strain, and fatigue from your mind. It will take away all fear and guilt and pain. It will restore the invulnerability and power God gave His Son to your awareness. And so that's just the first half of that lesson, which was a daily workbook lesson.
That. Well, thank you for reading that. So you probably can see how important that forgiveness is. Now, to answer your questions that you put in, which were exactly the ones I had used, were this.
Do you want me to reread them, sweetie? Okay. Do you ever have to make a decision in daily life?
Yes, whenever I feel negativity, whenever I feel fear, whenever even a feeling of not feeling good comes, I immediately resort to that. And I make a decision to look at the opposite. And in life, there are two things, positive and negative. There's fear and love. Everything that we call fear, which is the feeling of not good, I would think of all the things that fear is, fear brings all the negative feelings that you can ever experience. But then, the fear itself, once looked at and faced and forgiven, turns to love. And love is your very nature. Unconditional love is who you really are. And when you touch upon that by forgiving the fear and seeing that it's all a need for love, that it is love crying out to express through you, then a transformation starts to happen. And the transformation is such that every time you use it, you will feel the joy of it, you feel the fullness of it, you feel the clarity of it. And in fact, you'll move from what we call the usual consciousness of everyday life to non-duality, where you can begin to see that you are the one. There's only one of us, and you are the one. And I'm not expecting you to understand this, but in time you will see that we are all one being. And that one being, which we call God, is the totality of all that there is. And that will bring the changes in you. And the changes will be so great that it will actually stagger you. You were going to say something?
No, but I was going to read the next question.
That's right.
Yes. How does intuition come in? Do you just live and be in the inner glow, knowing that if there was something you should be aware of, your intuition would signal?
What you call intuition, I also call the sixth sense, or the prompting of the Holy Spirit. You know, that single intelligence of life itself. It's like it's talking to me and it's telling me that I have to look at this fear and see that it was all a need for love. And the moment I see it clearly and I give in to it, I can feel the change happening. And I cannot tell you enough about it, really. I am 88 years of age. I am very happy. I am still very healthy. And I look forward to living life just as it is. The next question?
Yes, sweetie, here it is. What changed when you experienced this truth?
When I experienced this truth, and that's exactly what I'm talking about, is that I felt the change right there and then. I am not this fear that I'm experiencing, this doubt, this question. And I look at it directly, and it shows itself that it is a positive energy that I'm looking for, that I really want. And then I give in to that. And it takes over.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And so those are the three that you've asked. Those were the three that I had asked and brought a tremendous change in my life. I would love to hear from you again after you see this and see what changes came into your life. And incidentally, what I read to you was from the book
A Course in Miracles.
A Course in Miracles, and it's the
text. Oh, the workbook.
No, it's the workbook.
Yeah, the workbook. Lesson 62.
Lesson 62, right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about that. So, anyway, thank you very much for your letter.
Yes, thank you, everyone. And we have received a lot of other letters, and we will be answering the rest very soon. So thank you, and we look forward to seeing you again really soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.